And I believe with all my heart that this election is one of the most important in our nation's history. We've had significant challenges in every generation. And we usually finally summon up the will to address them. As I think Winston Churchill once said, the Americans always get around to doing the right thing after trying nearly everything else. The country is ready. Now we need the leadership to make it happen. A leader who is a partner to bring about the change and progress that is so yearned for. So think hard about how we will fulfill the promise of this great nation, how we will uphold the ideals we cherish and reclaim the country we love. And the answer for me here in Unity, New Hampshire, is to pledge my support and my hard work and my effort to the next President of the United States, Barack Obama.
There you see it. What some people still hope could be a ticket, but at least today it's an endorsement and an embrace, and it could not be more heartfelt or enthusiastic, at least from Hillary Clinton, in the way she has presented herself today. If some people thought that there was even a little bit of a grudging endorsement when she spoke at the National Building Museum, in the monotone when she mentioned his name, there was none of that today.
You guys,
and here's Barack Obama.
You got peeked at my speech. You already know the first line. Let me begin, because I've got a lot to say about this great leader standing next to me. But I don't want to be remiss by failing to thank all the other people who are here today. I want to thank Chip Baldwin, the principal of Unity Elementary. I want to thank Ken for the wonderful introduction, as well as the cutting boards that he gave us. I want to thank my great friends Paul Hodes and Carol Shea Porter. I want to thank the next great senator from New Hampshire, Jeanne Shaheen. I want to thank your wonderful governor, John Lynch, and his wonderful wife, Dr. Susan Lynch, the Pop Gun 7. And I want to thank the Kiwanis Club, which is selling, I think, some burgers and hot dogs and some other stuff for the children here in Unity. And so if everybody's getting hungry, just head on over. I think the truck's right behind this big Change You Can Believe In sign. Thank you, Hillary Clinton. Thank you. Thank you, Unity. And thank you, New Hampshire, for hosting our little get-together here today. I want to start by saying a few words about the woman you just heard from. You know, for 16 months, Senator Clinton and I have shared the stage as rivals for the nomination. But today I could not be happier and more honored and more moved that we're sharing this stage as allies to bring about the fundamental changes that this country so desperately needs. You know, as somebody who took the same historic journey as Senator Clinton, who watched her campaign and debate, I know firsthand how good she is, how tough she is, how passionate she is, how committed she is to the causes that brought all of us here today. When Hillary Clinton gets up in the morning, even in the face of the toughest odds, the most vicious attacks, she is doing so with the same motivation that took her and Bill Clinton to sign up for their first campaign in Texas all those years ago. The same passion that led her to work for the Children's Defense Fund and caused her to fight for health care as First Lady. What has made her one of the finest senators that New York has ever seen. What has made her a historic candidate for president, an unyielding desire to improve the lives of ordinary Americans, no matter how difficult that fight may be. I've admired her as a leader. I've learned from her as a candidate. She rocks. She rocks. That's the point I'm trying to make. I am proud to call her a friend, and I know how much we need both Bill and Hillary Clinton as a party and as a country in the months and years to come. They have done so much great work. I don't think it's been 40 years. Maybe for the last couple, But it's amazing how much they got done in 5 years' time. But we need them. We need them badly. Not just my campaign, but the American people need their service and their vision and their wisdom in the months and years to come, because that's how we're going to bring about unity in the Democratic Party, and that's how we're going to bring about unity in America, and that's how we're going to deliver the American dream in every corner of every state of this great nation that we love. Now, Hillary and I may have started with separate goals in this campaign, but we've made history together. Together, we inspired tens of millions of people to participate, some to cast ballots for the very first time, others who voted for the first time in a very long time. And together in this campaign in 2008, we shattered barriers that have stood firm since the founding of this nation. Barriers that our supporters perhaps at the beginning didn't believe could be shattered. Now, I don't pretend that one election can erase all the past biases and outdated attitudes that we're still wrestling to overcome. I know that there have been times over the last 16 months when those biases have emerged, and Senator Clinton has always brushed them off, dealt with them with her usual grace and aplomb. But I also know that while this campaign has shown us how far we have to go, it's also proven the progress we have made. I know that because of our campaign, because of the campaign that Hillary Clinton waged, my daughters and all of your daughters will forever know that there is no barrier to who they are and what they can be in the United States of America. They can take for granted that women can do anything that the boys can do, and do it better, and do it in heels. I still don't know how she does it in heels. I don't know. It's fitting that we meet in a place called Unity, because the truth is, that's the only way we can solve the challenges facing this country. Today we look back at the votes that took place here in the snows in January. 107 votes for Senator Clinton, 107 votes for me. But now we look at them as 214 votes for change here in America. Votes cast by young and old, by men and women, by rich and poor, by Democrats and independents, and even some Republicans who have said enough is enough. It is time to bring about change here in America. And that's why in this moment we have to come together, not just as Democrats, but also as Americans, united by our understanding that there's no problem we can't solve, no challenge we cannot meet, as one nation, as one people. Now, the decisions we make in this election and in the next few years on Iraq and climate change, on our economy and making sure that it's working